Back everybody, Matt the Matt here. So Friday night I went and saw The Many Saints of Newark. Not New York, Newark. You gotta say it right. You know, every time my grandmother would call the house, you know, hey Tim, it's your mother. No shit. You're the only one that talks like that. It's your mother. Well, who other mothers would it be? Someone from New York, of course. Newark, sorry. My father grew up in New Jersey, so right there. So this movie, basically his hometown. So, and my mother's Italian, so you got someone from Jersey, and then the mother's Italian. You know, look how I turned out. Now you know why. He got anger issues. Father, New Jersey, mother, Italian. What do you expect? Anyway, now The Many Saints of Newark. I am not a Sopranos watcher. I've never watched The Sopranos. It is a shock to most people because they know I like mob movies. I like Scorsese a lot. I mean, Goodfellas, my favorite gangster mob film. I even think it's better than The Godfather. I like The Godfather too, don't get me wrong. Don't shoot me, okay? Don't shoot me. And obviously The Departed, another Martin Scorsese film. And then 2 years ago we had The Irishman, was yet another Scorsese film. So I like mob movies. I mean, you go back to like even American Gangster, Public Enemies, Black Mass with Johnny Depp. I mean, I love mob films. You give me a mob film any day, I'll watch it. So I went and saw this film. Like I said, not ever watching The Sopranos. Never watched The Sopranos. And I enjoyed it for what it was. Now, let me get into the positives. Positive number one. Alessandro Davolo, the actor playing Nicky Molosacchi, is excellent in the movie. This actor, Alessandro, I remember him from Jurassic Park 3. He was Billy, the assistant, Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park, third film. You know, he's the one that stole the raptor eggs, and Alan Grant said, Billy, you're no better than the people that milked this place. So, I really haven't seen much of him since then. But I thought he did a great job. His character is the only one that gets actual some depth and range, and it's complex. And I like that, and the actor really showed that off throughout the movie. Also, Ray Liotta, yes, the Ray Liotta from Goodfellas, who played Henry Hill, is in a new mob film finally. You would think this guy would have been in like all the mob movies, like De Niro. But no, he plays the main actor, like I said, Nicky Molosacchi's father. And I mean, it's Ray Liotta. Come on. He's awesome. I mean, the limited screen time he has in this movie, he's excellent. I wish he was in more of the movie. The production design, the wardrobe set in the late 60s, early 70s, like I said, Newark, New Jersey. It really comes off. I mean, it looks great. I mean, you see where they put the money in you see it in the atmosphere. You know, it feels like you're really going back into that time of, period of the late 60s, early 70s. This is a mob film. It's rated R. It's violent. There's a lot of violence in the movie. I don't know how you go into a mob film and don't expect violence. Which I like. I like my mob films to be violent. That's why I want to go see them. See people hurt other people. Wearing their nice suits and everything. Humor. This movie does have humor. Dark humor. Which would make sense for the film being a mob film. I enjoyed the humor that they did have in it. They had one flash, like kind of like a dream, but not a dream flashback sequence, which I will not get into. A character trying to repent for something, and what he's doing to repent was almost too funny to believe. Um, but yeah, the movie does have humor. And I will say, Alan Taylor directed this movie, and this might be the best film Alan Taylor has directed. He did Thor: The Dark World for the MCU. He did that lovely Terminator film, Terminator Genesis, that had Emilia Clarke in it. Yeah, that one. I think Thor: The Dark World is alright. It's still lower tier on the MCU, but that Terminator movie, oh my god, shoot me. But this is not surprising. Alan Taylor has directed many, many, many episodes of the Sopranos TV show when it was running. He also has directed Game of Thrones episodes. So I guess for some reason he can't do movies, like feature films, but he can do TV shows. So, but he did a good job, nonetheless. Some of the negatives I had, a lot of people said that Michael Gandolfini, the son of James Gandolfini, who played Tony Soprano in the original TV show The Sopranos, did a good job. I've heard people say he did an excellent job. Well, number one, the problem is the marketing. The marketing behind the movie was all about Tony Soprano. This kid becomes me, Tony Soprano, we all know. And I'm going to admit to you, the teenage Tony Soprano doesn't show up till probably more than halfway through the movie. I mean, it's truly more than halfway through the movie till we see the teenage Michael Gandolfini, Tony Soprano. And when he's on screen, he does fine, but I'm not like, oh yeah, that guy, he's going to be an actor now. Unlike in the Straight Outta Compton movie, where O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube's son, played the younger Ice Cube back in the day when they, sung their music. O'Shea Jackson really had a lot of range and could act, and that's why you've been seeing him show up in a lot of movies since Straight Outta Compton. Michael Gandolfini, he does fine in the role, but I'm not saying, oh yeah, that guy's gonna go places in life. No. Also, I think another negative with this movie, other than, like I said, for Alessandro Nivola, who plays Vicky Malasanti, there's really no other actor in this movie that gets really much character development. Not even Tony Soprano, really. Very, very little he gets. And when he does, then the movie ends anyway. So, I feel like for such a good amount of characters, a lot of characters in this movie, only one person gets an actual development. And I thought that was kind of a bummer. Then you got like Vera Farmiga. People probably recognize her from the Conjuring movies, Bates Motel. Even in her early career, she was in The Departed, the Martin Scorsese film with DiCaprio, Damon, Jack Nicholson. I felt like she was wasted here. Like she's only in like 2 or 3 scenes, and was such an excellent actress, they really didn't use her much. Also, John Barenthal, who plays Tony Soprano's father, he's another one that was kind of wasted in here. He's a very good actor, and he didn't have much to do here either. So I feel like they kind of wasted a lot of their cast in this movie. And I think that was a bummer, especially right then when you got people like Vera Farmiga, John Barenthal. I mean, they gave Ray Liotta a good amount to do. But really, other than that, I'm like, kind of wasting your cast here. Even Corey Stoll from, House of Cards, Ant-Man, I thought he was even wasted here too. He only popped up once or twice in the movie. Overall, like I said, I'm not a Sopranos person. I've never watched The Sopranos, so I can't tell you if it measures up to the show or not. But I can say, as a individual film, prequel, it was alright. I've seen better mob films, way better mob films than this. And like I said, this is also not a movie that I would be like, oh yeah, I want to watch The Sopranos now because this movie was so great. No. So like I said, I think overall it was okay. I would say give it a 3.7 out of 5. If you want to waste 2 hours and you haven't seen a mob film in a while, then yeah, watch this. If you want to just put on The Sopranos, put on The Sopranos. Or if you're really looking to watch a mob film, you got Godfather, you got Goodfellas, Casino, The Irishman, American Gangster. I mean, there are better films. So, like I said, overall, fine. But I think 3.7 out of 5.